G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. We have just spent the last week in Exmouth Gulf, basically kind of lying low while the school holidays have been on, because there's been a lot of people up from the main city in Perth. So it's been really busy in Exmouth. So we've been in the Gulf and we've been seeing some amazing stuff. So I'm going to roll a few of those clips now.
Yeah, there's so much wildlife and so much animals in the Gulf, but we've decided to head to the other side and explore the station. We've got today two friends, Cat and Toby, in this sick Troopy, so we're just adventuring around. Now we're just stopping for lunch and we'll try to find some cool caves as well. The cars are just in a distance over there. Just climb up to this cave. There are so many of them.
So
Beautiful
cool.
area. No one around. Any art?
This has been really neat. It's terrain that we haven't driven on before. Basically taking an old riverbed through a gorge, a couple of big limestone caves on either side, and those limestone caves actually had little fossils of shells and stuff in them, so it used to all be seabed. But it's been really neat. Toby and Cat's Troopy is smashing it.
Yeah.
And I've never spent too much time around Troopies before. Theirs is a new 2019 one with the big, beautiful big V8 diesel. And they've kitted it out so nicely. And like, we're both like, oh, it'd be so nice to have all that extra room. It's been nice to see another rig, and Toby's built it all up himself. He's done all the cabinetry inside, done a beautiful job. But yeah, it's neat to be traveling in a little convoy with another vehicle for a change. It's pretty cool. So we're taking the leads up and over the range and see what's going to meet us up on the top.
Feels like we are like in a safari right now in Africa, just without the animals.
Oh, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, I love you. Oh, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, I love you. Chitty chitty bang bang, bang bang, chitty.
All right, so we found our campsite for the night. It was a bit of driving along the range. It was amazing. It felt like we're like a little bit like in the Victoria High Country, but much drier. Amazing. Like we didn't realize that the surrounding of Exmouth was actually that like huge, and there's like so much to explore. So that was really great day. We just labeled the car. So now I'm gonna collect a few sticks, get the fire cracking so that we can stay up for the night. What a spot. It's day 2 on our exploration. Now we're heading more towards the Cape Range National Park. So it could change a little bit like terrain, more like red dirt. And we're heading towards the other side. So it will be the first time we properly see the Ningaloo Reef. So we're really excited about it.
Yeah, so we're going with Toby and Cat still today. We're going to go to a beach which apparently has a ginormous Queensland groper that's about the size of a truck. So our goal today is to see if we can find it, which, I mean, the chance of us finding it on our first swim is going to be pretty slim. Most of the area on the west side of the coast is sanctuary zone, so we won't have the spear or anything like that. We just go for a bit of a snorkel, and really excited about seeing this, basically the best part of the Ningaloo Reef.
This was such a sick trail. Both cars together. What a convoy. The Troopy smashed it. I was so impressed. So that was such a fun track. So now we're gonna head towards the reef, find a cool spot to do some snorkeling and hopefully find some really cool marine life.
So we just left Toby and Cat. They have gone back to Exmouth town to meet some friends. We just went snorkeling with them. We went about 450 meters offshore on the west side of Exmouth, and it was so amazing. The coral gardens were mental. So many fish, full sanctuary zone, so we were just snorkeling. It was so cool, and then a little turtle came along and did a bit of a flyby, so I'll roll that clip now.
So now we're gonna continue to explore the range and go back on that 4-drive track we were on this morning. But this time, obviously, we're climbing it, so it should be really good rock climbing for the Jeep.
So we're taking this 4x4 track back up into the ranges because all along the coast at the moment, as we said earlier, is still school holidays. So everyone from Perth is up here, and that'll be until this weekend is when it kind of finishes. So anywhere along there is going to be impossible to camp. It's also super crowded. So that's why we're going back into the range. This 4x4 track, there's no one else on. So we may even go back to the same spot we camped last night. Was beautiful, and we could have a fire, and we'll do a bit of editing there, chill out for a bit. And tomorrow I think we'll go back into Exmouth and pick up some supplies. Greetings from yet another amazing spot. So last night we camped, didn't do too much, pretty chilled evening, and then first thing this morning we drove back to Exmouth and we filled up on fuel, got a whole bunch of groceries, and then we did a bunch of editing that we needed to catch up on. Then we went to the gym, had a really good training session, and now we've come up to another set of canyons and gorges for sunset.
Yeah, so this area is beautiful. There are many like little tracks that you can drive on. Tomorrow morning we'll be in another location for sunrise, looking the Gulf, and we can't wait to explore more with the Jeep as well.
So good night for now, and we'll see you in the morning.
Breathe in slowly. The smoke might burn your eyes. Listen closely. Tears won't help this time. Break the ceiling. It's made of thin glass. Face the...
So just driving through the canyon, there are like so many little tracks. So going to the end of it, it looks beautiful. I would have never thought we will see something like that around here. It looks really much like the United States. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit like Monument Valley. So what happened here is in the 1950s, they planted explosives up in a lot of these canyon walls. So you can see these little holes. They look pretty natural, but they're not. And they were basically planting dynamite in them and doing seismic testing to see the damage that earthquakes were creating in regards to the oil mining that they were also doing in the area. But yeah, really phenomenal spot. How's this for a spot? Can you believe this is literally like 20 minutes from the coast in Exmouth? It's just got such incredible terrain. As you saw, a really cool little 4x4 track to get in here. Pretty much only room for 1 or 2 cars. Ange is up with the drone taking some photos because this is going to feature in our Wild Sights ebook. And those ebooks go out to our patron subscribers every month. Now we will sell them individually and on their own at some point, but our patrons get them the first few months exclusively as part of their subscription plan, as obviously a big thank you from us because their support really goes a long way. Was a pretty cloudy morning, as you saw, wicked cloud inversion, but that is now since burnt off. It is cooking here for midwinter.
Chris is now just building the fire ring and getting some firewood. We'll have the fire very soon and cook and just spend the night here. It's an amazing spot away from anyone, so that should be a really peaceful night.
Whoa! Hey! That's how it's done. Burn my bloody hand off. Don't do that, kids. Perfecto mundo. How to smother a fire 101. Chris's lazy fire making tutorials. Only $29.95. Ah, it's so dry, it's just basically cheating. God mode. Good morning, guys.
We're just at the fire this morning It's so nice. We actually haven't had a fire in the morning for almost 2 years. We were just talking about it. Must have been one of our hike in New South Wales. So that was a long time ago. But
Really
that
long
feels
time.
so nice. Especially in this kind of like environment. Right now we're like surrounded by the canyons. It was such a peaceful night of sleep. Perfect place to be if it's windy because you're kind of like protected on every side of the canyon. So that was perfect. The only place you wouldn't want to be here, it's when there's flash flooding because we see this is like a riverbed. So that would be bad here. But other than that, it's perfect here.
Yeah, it's really cool that we can be inside, completely surrounded by the canyon walls, but still have our vehicle with us. Because that was one of the things with the Blue Mountains. It would have been rare to be able to find a place you could do that because it was so thickly wooded with the eucalypts. It's a lot like the Blue Mountains kind of terrain, same sort of rock, but a bit more barren, a bit more like a desert environment. But yeah, super peaceful night's sleep, incredible stars, and now just enjoying coffee
Behind us.
by the fire. Doing an early morning scramble up this little ridge line to get an awesome view. She's steep and the temps are going up. See at the top. How's that?
Such a stunning spot.
That looks a little bit less possible with our camera gear. So we're just gonna chill on this little spot.
Nice little spontaneous hike.
There's the general down in the gully. And we've got this whole place to ourselves.